requirement in the pharmaceutical industry, including the drug, the excipients. We should be having the quality control. We must study the chemical and physical properties. Then we need to study the activity of that particular drug or the excipient as well. And our dosage form should be diagnostic or it must be therapeutic. So, overall, the pharmaceutical chemistry is nothing but the chemistry of drugs. So, it depends on various disciplines. The basic pharmaceutical chemistry, it will be having some other disciplines like inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, analytical chemistry, physical chemistry, and along with this, some other biological chemistry like that. So, all these will be the other disciplines of the pharmaceutical chemistry. So, you are supposed to learn this year is one of the branch, that is inorganic chemistry. Okay. So overall, the pharmaceutical chemistry is playing an important role in case of drug technology, toxicological chemistry, pharmacognosy, and the other things or other concepts or other things involved in the pharmacy. So now we will see what actually the pharmaceutical chemistry is involving in it. What does it exactly contain? We have just seen what is pharmaceutical chemistry. Now we will see what actually the pharmaceutical chemistry is involving. So first thing it is involving is some methods of isolation, purification, characterization. Now, these methods of isolation, purification, and characterization of medically active agents. See, the methods of isolation, purification, and characterization of medically active agents. Now, these medical active agents may be from the natural sources like minerals, vegetables, then some microbiological or animal source. So, from these sources, that is from the earth, from the microbes, or some animals, or some vegetables, or fruits, whatever are the sources, from these natural sources, we want to separate out the medicinal agent. That means, for example, we can consider is the turmeric, right? So from the turmeric, curcumin is the key ingredient. So this curcumin from the turmeric, it will be isolated, then it will be purified, and then its characterization. That means whatever purified, what we can say, extract or something like that, it is there, that is only the curcumin. That, and it is showing all the physical and chemical properties of curcumin. So likewise, this isolation, purification, and the characterization, this is nothing but the chemistry. Okay, is it clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
second point,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
we can have the synthesis. Second important thing is synthesis. So now we have seen that some medicinal agents or some drugs are there in the natural sources. Okay, so the natural sources, we are going to isolate or purify the components. But if we are supposed to have the moiety that it is having some of the properties, or we want that these properties will be present in one of the moiety, so that moiety can be synthesized. So the synthesis of the drug, that is synthesis of medicinal agents, that will be also one the part of the pharmaceutical chemistry. Or sometime we can have some of the changes in the basic structures. So this duplication or modification of the basic structure, this will be also the important part of pharmaceutical chemistry. Then third one is, sometime we know that one of the natural substances having one of the activity, but due to some of the reason it is not having that much effect. So we can have the conversion of that particular moiety or that agent to more favorable therapeutic and pharmaceutical properties. So this conversion will be done with the help of, say, chemistry. Then sometimes there are some derivatives or forms of a medicinal agent. That is, you can find dextro and leo. So these are the two different forms of a medicinal agent. So these shows the optimum medicinal activity. So sometimes both the forms are active, or sometimes only one form is active. So that form will be separated and that will be undergoing the formulation. So this type of formulation, to have a stable and effective formulation, whatever chemical changes are to be needed, these are done with the help of pharmaceutical chemistry. Then next comes is the determination of chemical and biological incompatibilities. That is, we know that two things cannot be mixed together. Like, for example, what we say is, some food is not to be taken with another food. For example, non-veg and milk will not be taken together because these are incompatible with each other, because both are having their own nature and they cannot be digested at the same time in the stomach. So, likewise, some incompatibilities are there. So, what are these incompatibilities of two compounds? These will be determined with the help of chemistry. Then, second, another thing is we have to go for the safer and practical standards because earlier we have seen that we must go for the quality control of the product. That means we are going to control the quality. So, to control the quality of a drug or dosage form, suppose when we say that one of the thing it is really soft or it is really beautiful, so no doubt we are comparing the thing with the other thing, right? So this comparison must be there when we say the quality. When we talk about the quality, we must have the standard. So such standards will be established, and this establishment, the standard should be safe and practically it should work. What happens is ideally what we are thinking, practically sometimes the things are different. So we have to think about the safe as well as the practical standards. Next comes is the whenever we are using the chemical substances or chemical agents for the prevention of illness or for cure of any disease, we must go for the improvement as well as we should promote the use of chemical agents. Okay, so there must be improvement and promotion of the chemical agents for prevention of illness or decreasing of the pain or cure of any disease. Okay, this is what about the pharmaceutical chemistry. It is involving major branches as inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, medicinal chemistry, analytical chemistry, and physical chemistry. So, from this, the first part is the pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. So, this inorganic chemistry, it is nothing but the study of inorganic compounds containing molecular weight, molecular formula, method of preparation, physical and chemical properties, assay, and uses. Okay. Inorganic chemistry is nothing but the study of inorganic compounds containing molecular weight, molecular formula, method of preparation, physical and chemical properties, assay, and uses. For a single inorganic compound, we have to go for its molecular weight, molecular formula, its physical and chemical properties, the method of preparation of that compound, the assay of that compound, and the use of that compound. So, studying all these things of an inorganic compound, the chemistry will be known as pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry. Okay. Up to this, is it clear what is pharmaceutical chemistry, what is pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, whatever pharmaceutical substances are used in the treatment of disease may be procured from natural sources such as minerals, salts, purified inorganic chemicals, then sometimes the ash or the basmas, then plants, animals, microbes, and from synthetic chemicals. Now see what are inorganic compounds. That is the substances which are procured from natural sources like minerals, salts, purified inorganic chemicals, then calcined inorganic, that is ash or plasma, plants, animals, microbes, and from synthetic chemicals. So all these will be inorganic compounds. In ancient times, mercury, copper, silver, and gold, these were used in the medicines. Now also we heard about the Suvarna Bhasma or Suvarna Prar, like that. So this is nothing but the use of these metals into the medicine. So study of these metals will be coming under the heading of medicinal, under the heading of pharmaceutical inorganic compounds. Okay. Then whatever are such pharmaceuticals, that is any chemical that finds used in the preparation of medicament. So this medicament or dosage form that may be used for internal use or external use. Now, whatever you are taking inside the body or inside the body cavity, that will be known as internal use. Or when we are saying for external, that means it will be applied on the external surface. For example, if you see any cream for antifungal infection, on that cream you can see one warning, that is for external use only. That means it is specifically used for the external use and not to be taken inside the body. So, or sometimes it should not be applied over where there are cuts or there is any difficulty where the cavities are open, and so that medicament can go inside the body or bloodstream. So for both the purposes, if we are using any chemical, so these chemicals will be considered as pharmaceuticals, and all these pharmaceuticals must be carefully controlled for their quality. So for this purpose, there are some specifications of the quality. Just now I have said is we have to set the standards. So these standards are set already, and this setting of standard is done in the pharmacopoeia. Now this pharmacopoeia is like the Bible of pharmacy. Okay, so the pharmacopoeia, it is the standard book which is containing the standards. So this pharmacopoeia, the word pharmakon is a Greek word. Pharmakon. This is a Greek word, and the meaning of this pharmakon is drug or medicine. And poien is nothing but the to make or to prepare, the meaning of the Greek word. So sorry for the interruption. So this pharmacopoeia, meaning of pharmacopoeia is making of drug or medicine. So it is a book of directions and requirements for the preparation of medicine. Whatever are the basic requirements to be formed this Indian pharmacopoeia, it provides a collected list of drugs and medicinal substances along with the direction. So this is what about the Indian pharmacopoeia. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the old edition. It is of 1985. Okay. So it is having the standards and quality indices for the drugs, raw material. So if you can check over here, alphabetically the drugs and the excipients are there. Now, suppose first simple example we'll take is of is the acacia. Now this is a gum which is used as a excipient. So its complete detailed description about the acacia is given here. Okay. Just a minute. So you can see here the acacia, its category. It is a pharmaceutical aid. It's a description how it looks or how it appears. Then its solubility. Then the standard about the gum acacia. Then how the identification can be done of the gum acacia. Various identification tests are described. These all are the identification tests, and these are some other tests which are specific for the gum acacia and how it is stored. Now suppose this is one of the drug acetazolamide. So it is having the assay, that is how its percentage purity can be determined. So
Excuse me, ma'am.
likewise, yes,
Ma'am, what does assay means?
assay means to calculate the percentage purity of that particular compound, because we know that 100% purification and 100% isolation of a chemical moiety is not possible. Some things will be there along with this, but for this, IP will be setting the standards. Now here you can see the standard, that is acetazolamide tablets contains not less than 95% and not more than 100.5% of the chemical structure is given. So when we are doing the assay of the tablet, the percentage purity of acetazolamide in the tablet must be in this range, 95 to 105%. So this determination is nothing but the assay. Okay, that we are going to learn afterward. Just now I am showing you how the IP is giving us the different standard for excipient as well as for the drug. Okay, so
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
this is how the Indian pharmacopoeia looks. The different colors are there for different editions, and it is prepared by Government of India or controller. Here you can see how it appears. You can see the committee members, how many committee members have prepared this Indian pharmacopoeia. Then its index, what does it contains. So whatever description, detailed description I have shown you of a component, that will be known as monograph. Okay. Just now we have seen is the